Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, whatever it is you want to call it. Hope you're all well, and welcome back to my little fortnightly show. Um, as usual, we're here this evening for midweek mediumship. So, inviting your loved ones from the spirit world to step forward and to use me as the medium for this evening. So before we get on with the rest of it, please don't forget to like and share. Do share this stream out, like it, invite your friends, invite your family, but also share out SPTV in general as well, because the channel is full of very talented psychics, mediums, healers, etc. So do share us out if you can, and let's see, because I know a lot of other hosts try and break their share records as well. So let's see if we can break my share record and the likes. So yeah, do get liking, do get sharing me out as much as you can. If you can, that would be fabulous. And also remember that this is a free platform, so we ask that you don't send us any stars, because at SPTV we don't use stars. Just bring yourself, bring your comments, bring your likes, bring your shares, and that is all that we need. So do start commenting. And whilst you are commenting, I just want to remind everybody of an event coming up in September. So September the 9th, myself, Bill Hughes, Nick Brown, Glenda Marie, Minty May are all going to be coming together for a demonstration of mediumship plus trance. And that is at the Little Port Village Hall in Ely, Cambridgeshire. So tickets are available now. You can purchase them through SPTV, but get involved. It's going to be a fabulous evening. 9th of September, again, it's a Saturday night. Bring your friends, bring your family, but come along. It'll be a fabulous evening, which we're all very much looking forward to. We're all going to get together to see each other in the flesh finally. Yeah, and it'll be a brilliant evening. So that is coming September the 9th. The adverts are already on the page. They're on my page, they're on Bill's page, Glenda's page, Nick's page. So yeah, do check us out, and all the information is there along with the link to purchase it as well. Oh, and Shelley Stewart has got a ticket. Fabulous, Shelley. So we'll see you there. So it's exciting. So it's not too far away. So again. I wish you said he's going to wear the Stig helmet. You can't see who he is to keep his mystique about him. But yeah, but come on down. Apart from that, this evening after my little show here at 8 p.m, we have Christine Davis and Stace Shaw for card and colour readings. So you've got a full night's worth of entertainment, So that's at 8 p.m. This evening. So come back and join us then. But yeah, do get commenting. Do let me know that you're watching. We've got Paul there watching on YouTube. I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are as well, Paul. And say hello to your other half for me as well, Luke. Lavina, hello to you. Good evening, watching from YouTube there. Steve Welling from Ontario, Canada. Well, we are so international, don't you know? Good evening, Steve. Oh, he is? Oh, okay. Can I say that? Yeah. So Steve's going to be coming onto the channel as well to do some reading. So look out for Steve Welling at some point as well. Very nice. Nice to have some nice new faces. Kelsey Jade, hello to you from Facebook. Hello, hello. Ben Davis from Leicester. Thank you for liking and sharing the page, Ben. Much appreciated. Thank you. Valerie Gill from Florida, with a nice little sunshine there. Can you send more sunshine over this way, please, Valerie? It's actually been quite nice today here in the UK. But yeah, we've not had a very good summer, have we, Richard? Well, I've not, where I am anyway. You might have sunshine on the coast, but not up here. It's been a bit miserable. Billy Joe Ellis, thank you very much for sharing there on Facebook. Jacqueline Short is watching from Spain. Very nice. Watching on Facebook there as well. Sarah, hello Sarah, watching on Facebook in Northeast Scotland. Very nice, thank you Sarah for watching. Nolene from South Africa, nice to have you here. Thank you, Nolene. Yeah, I know, aren't we? We're jet setting all over the world today, this evening. Love it, love it, love it. Hello Caroline, how are you, my darling? Saying hello to David and Richard. Caroline's in Dagenham, Essex. Jeanette Mack on watching from YouTube. YouTube. I'm losing the plot already. I've only just started. That's good. Bodes well for the rest of the evening, doesn't it? Let's see what else we've got, and I'll get started in a second. Bumblebee Snuggles, hello to you, watching on YouTube there. Nice to meet you as well. Thanks for joining. Christine Davies, hello to you, Christine, on YouTube. There's Cheryl Flint, one of my followers, my students. Hello, Cheryl. Hope you're well, my darling. Julie, I've not seen you for a while, Julie. Hope you're well. Watching there on Facebook. Right, I'll do a couple more and then I'll get started. Raven. Yes, Raven's also been on SPTV as well. Hello, Raven. Watching on YouTube. Oh, and Lisa. Hello. Oh, I've got to come to Lisa in a minute, actually. Don't know why, but I have. Lisa, hello, Lisa. Lisa watching on YouTube. Claire Pound from Paul and I do like Paul and Dorset. Yes, been there a few times. Do love it. Thanks for watching, Claire. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get started because I know I've already got a spirit. As we know, when I work, spirit always come in before I actually go live. They're trying to set me up somewhere. So I'm going to get started. So some of you you are familiar with me, so you know how I work. Some of you are going to be new as well, which is absolutely fabulous. So just quickly how I work. I just say it as I see it, right? I'm very honest with my mediumship. I don't filter much out because at the end of the day, the message is not mine, it's yours. So I will say it as I hear it, see it, and feel it. I give as much specific and relevant evidence as I can, so you know that the link is for you and nobody else. Sometimes I do know where I'm going, like I know I've got to come to Lisa at some point. I do know that, but this first link, I don't know who it's with. So just bear with me, but just please make sure whatever I give that you can understand the majority of the information that that I say, because I don't want anyone else going home with someone else's dead relative, because that wouldn't be fun. So yeah, just bear that in mind, all right? Because I know, look, everyone wants a reading, we know that, but I'm very conscious that I make sure the right person gets their link, right, and doesn't nick anyone else's, because that's not fair. So if we're ready, people, get your ears open, and I am going to start. All right. Now I've got a female, a very strong female, because she came through very clearly, as I say, before I came on. Now this woman, she feels like she's probably going to be your mother. That's what she feels like to me. I don't see her at a grandma age, whatever grandma age is, right? Very subjective, I know. But this is, I feel, a mother, because I feel that she passed before her time. So it's quite young when she passed. I feel like she is, excuse me. So I feel like she is referred to as being Superwoman. So I feel like she would have been referred to as that in the family or even by yourself. I do feel like she passed with a cancer condition, and my feeling is it was a feminine type cancer, so either breast or cervical. Now, that is just a feeling. So I don't generally pick up exactly how spirit person passed over, because that's not how spirit just don't work with me like that. But that's my feeling. It would be a more of a feminine cancer. All right. Could be off with that, but that's just a feeling. What else do I want to say? Oh, I think she lost weight towards the end as well. So I do feel she's lost that weight. She did lose a bit of weight, but I feel she's just a woman. She's always positive. Because I can see her just sat there with a smile on her face. It's almost like she didn't want to let her children know truthfully how she was feeling. So, for example, if she was having a bit of a rubbish day, whether she was feeling a bit sick or had a pain here or a pain there, she wouldn't have necessarily purposefully shown that she was in a bit of discomfort, because she didn't want her kids to see that. So you, as her child, would not really have known that if she was any discomfort, because to you it was just mum, right? And you saw that the strength about her. So that's what I'm picking up so far. And I do feel like there is a name. I keep hearing Joe, but my feeling is a female Joe, but it's not just that. I don't know if it's Josie or Joanne. But maybe they would have been called Joe for short. But there is that name linked there, and I don't know if it's her name or someone else in the family, but I've got to reference that person. Corrie Dutton, mum passed 57 with ovarian cancer. Yes, lost weight. Yes, didn't want me to know. Okay. And I Claire Pound saying my sister. Now, I've got to be honest, Claire Pound, it feels more like a mother to me rather than a sister. So I just need to be honest with that. So I don't feel I'm with you, my darling, because I do feel it is mum that I've got being shown in my mind here. And I've seen Spirit of Love, mum passed with the breast cancer. Okay. My feeling is at the moment, I would like to go to, where do I want to? I think we're going to have a double link here as well. I've got a feeling. I feel for the moment, I'm Spirit of Love. I'm going to write your name down. I would like to work with Corrie Dutton, Richard, if that's all right. I feel Spirit of Love. I might come back to you in a second. So Spirit of Love, stay there, keep listening. But I do want to work with Corrie for the moment. Jennifer, right. So Corrie, I do feel drawn to you, my darling. I've got to say. Now, I feel like what your mum was also trying to show me, I'm being shown a black and white photograph of her in her younger years. And I don't know if I'm going back to the 1940s or 1950s or something like that here, because your mum, the way I'm seeing her, she's stunning. Is what I'm seeing in my head. And so almost like she's showing me a black and white photograph of that, that classic image of the 19 that glamour. She just looks beautiful from what I'm seeing. And it looks like the photograph is of her sitting on some type of chair, but I don't know what type of chair it is. But I feel like she is sat down. She's got a big smile on her face. And I feel that's either a photograph that you have somewhere. I don't know if you've got it out on display, but I feel like that's what she's trying to show me. So I feel like in her younger years, she had great skin as well. I've got to say, I don't know why I've got to say that. Yes, you've got it. Fabulous. Okay. So Corrie, I'm going to continue working with you, and Spirit of Love, please keep listening, because I might come back to you in a second. But yeah, she's showing me that just to identify herself. But yeah, this skin is beautiful. Although it's a black and white photo that I can see, I can still see this real clear complexion. Now, your mum, bless her heart, I want to say, she fought right until the end, my darling. I'd not a giver upper at all. And she always had that face of, no, I'm positive. I'm positive. I'm positive. I'm not going to let this get me. Do you know what I mean? So I thought she would have really fought until the end. And just I think just felt very protective. And that's why she wouldn't want of you to know, because she wanted to protect her child or protect her children from, because almost like in her head, she's the one that had the disease, but she didn't want anyone else to be part of it, if that makes sense, because it's not theirs, it was hers. It sounds really mad what I'm saying, but that's kind of where I'm trying to figure it out in my head. Head and shoulder, big smile, normally on display. Okay, that's fine. But that's how I'm seeing it. Beautiful skin, fab. And she dressed very well, your mum, I want to say. I feel quite glam. I don't know why I want to say that, but she feels very well presented. Is what she's showing me in my mind. Very hair is in its place. There's not a single hair out of place, I've got to say, but she tried to keep herself looking as well as she could. And in my mind, Corrie, what I want to say to you, how she's presenting herself to me, is she is presenting herself as, I know 54, I think you said earlier, that's not old, right? But I feel like in my mind, the way she's showing herself to me is that she has taken a few years off herself. And sometimes the spirit people, they will do that, especially the females. Don't know why, but it's like she's presenting herself as a younger version. And I guess, from my experience as well, is that they will do that because they want to present themselves as they were before any sickness or illness took hold. So that any sickness or illness that she had stays with the physical body, and in spirit it doesn't affect their spirit and their soul, all right, because they've got that sense of freedom. They're not restricted by the physical body anymore, so that she presents herself as she wants to before that. So you can place that image of her in your mind of before she got sick, right? Because she's not anymore. She's up there having a lovely old time. I don't know if what I just heard, Corey, is she said, I'm singing with the angels. And I don't tend to go there, right, with the angel. Like, I don't tend to work with angels as much as some other mediums might do. But she said to me, I'm singing with the angels. So I don't know if your mum was a bit of a singer, whether she was in some kind of choir, but it's just what she said in my mind. I'm not going to try and interpret it because, again, it's for you to understand, not for me. But she just said to me, I'm singing with the angels. I don't know what. I don't know if she was a massive one for a load of makeup, but she has just said, a bit of lippy will do. A bit of lippy will do. I said I don't see her face smothered in makeup or anything too heavy, but she's just talking about the lippy, right? So I've got to bring that through as well. True, always young in mind and body, absolutely. Did you? Okay. She's telling me she had a bit of a sense of humour about her as well, your mum. She said to me. So I do feel she made you laugh. Even when she was feeling a bit odd, bit off, bit odd? No, a bit off. Or feeling a bit rubbish, I still feel like she had kept a sense of humour about her. So for as long as she could, right? But she just comes across, Corey, as very positive, very kind, very uplifting, just a good energy about her. And bless her heart, I think she was more worried about other people than she was for herself, is my feeling here. So if she saw someone else worrying about how she was feeling, it's almost that thing of, no, don't worry about me. I'm fine. You don't use. Well, maybe that's what there's a message within that then, Corey, because she said a bit lippy will do. Oh, because I feel like she's saying that, Corey, because it's gonna cheer you up or something. So how I'd interpret that is, at the moment you might be feeling a bit meh, a bit blur, right? And maybe that's why she's saying a bit lippy will do. You know that thing of, put a bit lippy on, do your hair a little bit, and go out and do whatever. Maybe that's that's what she's saying. Put the lippy on, put the smile on, go out there, be happy. So I feel maybe that's where that's coming from. Say it again to me. Okay, because she doesn't want you to. She doesn't want you to feel so blue. She doesn't want you to feel so blue, and that for me is obviously feeling down, having the blues, that kind of thing. So my feeling is then that's why she's talking about that lipstick reference, right? To put it on, cheer yourself up. Not that necessarily lipstick is like the answer to everything, right? But it's just that symbolic thing of put it on, cheer yourself up, get yourself going. I don't know why I've got to say that, but it's get yourself going again, all right? Shane, you're not. I know you're not. She goes, I'm not too far away, I'm not too far away, but I feel you know that anyway. But there's a sense, I have a sense of that you do feel your mum's energy anyway. I don't necessarily feel like you need me to say, "Oh, your mum is there," because I feel like you do sense her, in whatever way that is. Right? We all sense spirit in different ways, but my feeling is you do sense her anyway, and that's why she just said, "No, I'm not too far away," but you know it. Now, Corey, I do feel that's all I've got to say to you at the moment from your mum. She was very persistent to come in earlier. She wants to make sure that you got your message, so mum's around, right, and that she wants the best for you to make sure you are feeling better than you have been. All right. Yeah, and I think that's all I've got to say, Corey, at the moment. So thank you very much for taking that information. And I'm happy to leave your mum's love with you. All right. So do take that. Thank you, Corey. Spirit love. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let me see. Right. Yeah. I think they said I did say, didn't it? But it'd be a double link. Let me see where I want to go. Let me go with, seeing as Carolyn is on the screen, I'll go with Carolyn next, Richard. So, so Carolyn, my darling. So I'm gonna work with you for the moment. That's all right. So as I'm giving you some little bit more evidence, then as you are doing, just keep commenting on the page. All right. So you understand it'll also be in your mum, breast cancer, also 54. Oh, isn't that spooky? That's the same as the previous one. Name Joan, a black and white photo sitting on an arm of a chair. Okay, right. Now, Carolyn, I know I've given lots of evidence already you can take, so I'll just try and give a few more little bits, just so you understand that is your mum. This is now your mum coming through, and not just no linking on to the other one. So I try and always separate the spirits in my head to make sure you get a personal reading as well. Your mum is making me go. Had a great sense of humour. Young people drawn to her. Now she's one thing at a time. Right, my darling. Firstly, Carolyn, I'm going really hot here. So I don't know if your mum did have temperatures, and I don't know whether that's to do with the cancer or medication that she might be on. But I'm suddenly I feel like I'm burning up and I'm going very red in the face. So I feel like your mum drawing closer to me and making me feel that. So I do feel there were issues in temperature, because I don't feel cold. I've gone really hot all of a sudden, and so is my face. And I don't know if you had to take her temperature or had to keep it monitored, but all of a sudden I've gone really hot. I've gone red hot. Now I've also just seen in my mind. I don't know who she's referencing, but I'm seeing a round glass ashtray, and I don't know if they still do it, because this goes back to in the 80s when my grandparents were smokers of the typical round glass ashtrays. I'm being shown that, and symbolically, that would normally mean to me that someone was a smoker, because I'm seeing that ashtray. But I've also feel like I've got chest issues going on, and this is separate to the cancer. I feel like I've got a lung conditions. Now it could be someone living who's got lung issues at the moment, or a chest issue, because I'm feeling like I'm trying to catch my breath here, and I'm not quite trying to get it. She passed hospital. Don't know about temperature. Well, can you hold it? Because she just made me go really hot. Yes, the glass ashtray, fabulous. So I don't know if it's her that was smoking, but I just did see that she showed it to me. But yeah, so lung conditions as well. Now, what are you doing? Now, your mum, Carolyn, she must have been very active, because she's very energetic in my mind. Because what she's doing, I feel like she's dancing or something, and she smoked. Because okay, that's fine. Because what I'm seeing her do, she's just kicking her legs out, right? But I feel like she's dancing as she's doing it. So there's an activeness to her, and I don't know if the activeness is the dancing, whether she was just active in life anyway. I do feel that with her, but she stood here and she's kicking her legs out. So, and I feel like she's dancing. Feel that's why she's doing it. Because your mum, I don't feel ever sat down. I feel she's always up. She's always doing something, moving about. She's not she wasn't the kind of lady that would just sit and just let life pass her by. No, she's too busy. She's got things to be doing, and that's how she makes me feel anyway. Is there anything else? Okay, she gives me the month of February, Carolyn. So February would be a birthday, passing, anniversary, either linked to her or to yourself. But February has popped in very clearly for me. Does she? All right. Your father had lung cancer. Okay. So it could just be his way of trying to come in. I'm not seeing him, to be honest. It was just the impression of this chest issue I've got going on. There's a military connection for you as well, Carolyn, because I've just been told to salute. So I've got to do that. So when I'm told to salute, or I do feel like doing this, that's symbolic for me of someone in the military who served in the military or some kind of uniform service. That's my symbol for that. They're making me salute, because I've just heard that in my head. I'm hearing gunfire as well, like cannons or something, but not war. Like a celebration thing, like the Queen had her like the coronation celebration thing, had the gun salute and all that business. I'm being shown that in my head as well. So it could be your dad that is trying to step in, but I'm not seeing him. I'm just having the feelings being put on me here. I know he said mum was always on the go as well. Now, I feel like your mum in spirit is going to continue to do the things that she did in life, which is to be active. Now, you'd think that sometimes when you go to spirit world, they sit on a cloud somewhere doing nothing, but that's not the truth. Right? Your mum is as busy in spirit as she would have been down here, because that's just part of her personality and her character. She wasn't going to sit and do nothing. That would have done her absolute head in. So she's busy. Say it to me again. She gave me something else then. No, okay. Oh, that's what I was saying. February birthday, fabulous. Carolyn, your dad and husband are me in. Okay, fabulous. That's why I was feeling it, because I kept time to do that. I know that's really important to do. And what was I saying? Okay. Carolyn, she really wants to cheer you up, because what she's showing me, she gives me the color yellow. So I do work with colors in my mind and I interpret them through the chakras. And I just feel like life ain't been very easy recently, is what she's making me feel. And she really wants to put the yellow around you to give you that bit of a boost. And if I interpret that yellow again through the solar plexus, now the solar plexus chakra is the chakra of doing, is getting stuff done. And I think you do. I feel like you're quite similar to your mum in some ways, where you're not going to sit around doing nothing either. But it's pushing you forward to get things done, find your personal power and stand in that power. And as much as you can is to make sure you do smile, because that's important to your mum, is that you do smile, you do find that laughter, if you can, all right? Because I'm not being told what the tough time is. We don't need to know, don't need to go into those details, but it's just your mum's awareness of what's going on, and that actually you can smile. She wants you to, because then you've got a beautiful smile, she says. You've got a beautiful smile. Use it. Find that laughter where you can, in the things that you can. Say it to me again. What you're saying. She said something to me and I've lost it. Can you bring it back in for me? Oh, have I? Okay. Karen, I don't know if you like these, but I'm going to give them to you because I've been shown in my head. I've got to give you a box of, are they after eights? I think that's what I'm being shown. A box of after eight mints. I've got to give them to you. Almost like a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit of a parting gift, I suppose. So I've got to give them to you. Okay. So you've got to keep a chin up. All right. Right. So it is a tough time, but she's saying keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. Oh, have it blessed you. Been told I must smile more. And look, it can be tough sometimes, right? Life will chuck things at us which are not so pleasant. And we don't want to go with this whole toxic positivity thing, but we find the laughter and the fun in the things that we can. There might be little small things that you look at and you laugh at. That, oh, thank you, she brought it back in. But that's what we need to do. What she also, oh, you love them, fabulous. Well, do take the box of after eights from your mother because she wants to give you them. And what I lost and she's brought back in is that there's a candle that you light, and I feel it's a white candle that you light, almost as in memoriam to mum. Like if you look behind me, it's like I've got a load of candles lit right there. That's my little shrine, and it's something similar to that. Like there's a candle that she knows that you do light, almost in memory of her. It could be in memory of other people as well, but she just brought that candle in again, so it's important, obviously, for me to say. But Carolyn, I'm happy to wrap it up there. Do take your love from your lovely mum. Know she is there. I know you said also already that you do feel her, and that's perfect because she is there. But she's a lovely. All these ladies are similar. They're a lovely soul, positive, good energy about them, uplifting, and that's what your mum wants for you. That upliftment to come in. So, Carolyn, thank you very much for speaking up and for commenting there as well. But I'm happy to leave your mum's love with you. All right. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Okay. I, all right. Okay. Just I just had a message from Richard here. Billy Joe Ellis, we are seeing your messages, but can we please ask you just to stop putting them in, because what will happen is that Facebook will see your comments as spam, and Facebook will block you. So Billy Joe, if we can just slow down those comments there, please. Otherwise Facebook will get you blocked, so you won't be able to join us anymore. So if you can just do that for us, love, that would be fabulous. Thank you. Debbie Romero, hello, lovely Debbie. Hope you're well, my darling. Right, I'm going to go to Spirit of Love, but let me just take a sip of water because throat's a bit dry. And if you can all please keep liking and sharing, share us out. Let's see if I can beat any records this evening. It's not all about records, right? But if you could share, we would very much appreciate it. Right. Yeah, I'm going back to Spirit of Love then. So Spirit of Love, hopefully you're still there and you're still watching. But let me read your comments just until you can comment back in again to make sure I know that you're there. So my mum's mum was named Joyce. Okay, my mum was classy and stunning, beautiful skin, and she told no one of her illness. Okay. I can feel another lady stepping in as well. So that's it. So Spirit of Love, if you're still there, before oh, you are there, fabulous. Otherwise I'll be talking to myself, as I normally do. I normally do. Or around the house. Who's there today? Right. Okay. So Spirit of your mum, bless her. Would you understand then that if I call you Spirit, is that if that's all right? I feel I've got a lady stepping in who's separate to the two that I've just connected with. I've got a lady who I feel she was classy, but there was how can I say it? There's a slight cheekiness to her, but in the best of ways. Because I feel like I've got a lady who had a great sense of humour with her. How do I? Not a vicious tongue, because she wasn't, but she was quite a sharp lady, but quite sharp-witted, if I can say that. That's how that's how she feels to me as I'm seeing her, because she feels quite fun to me and just has that. She's got that kind of, yeah. I don't know if I want to say it, a cheeky side, or you know, um, that kind of lovely personality. Well, okay. And your mum, Spirit, maybe Nan Joy. Okay, well, let's see who we've got. So this lady's definitely here, so it could be then I've got your Nan coming in. This lady who I've got was very popular, and what I mean is, I feel like she was known by a lot of people. So whether it be by the neighbours or the community, I just feel like there's a lot of people around her who I feel like friends and what have you. Because I just feel that because of her personality and who she was, people knew about her, right? I think I've got your Nan, Spirit, I've got to say, because this one's coming in and she's got she has got a real cheekiness to her. and this is not just I feel like you could either tell her a rude joke or she would tell you a rude joke and she wouldn't be offended. I've got that kind of energy around her. That's my feeling. So if that makes sense for your nan, Joyce, then do let them know, because it could be her that I've got coming, because that's what I feel. That, you know, you could have a bit of a cheeky old, joke with her. Yes, your mum was popular. Okay. So Spirit, let me just work with it, because I could have both then coming in together, your mum and your nan, because is that 1 minute I am popular and I am classy, the next minute I am a bit cheeky and I can have a bit of a joke and whatever. So maybe I've got two women coming in. I'm only seeing one, to be honest. I'm only seeing one woman, but if your mum is also bringing that energy in, then I'll work with it and just see where we go. Oh, okay, that might make a bit of sense. Oh dear, my nan was cheeky like that. Okay, I definitely feel I've got your nan, Spirit, because that's how she's making it feel. Now, I will say, Spirit, I've just got a pain in the back of my neck. That's why I just went, oh, because I can literally feel it. So I don't know if this is someone living that's got neck issues at the minute, or whether it was your nan or your mum. I don't know, but I've just literally got a pain in my neck, which is now going. Now I've said it, so I feel that is linked somewhere as well. And it's not. I don't feel it's to do with anyone's passing. It's just maybe someone's got neck issues or they've slept funny or something. But it's right in the back of my neck. Chalk and cheese, very different. Yeah, because they've okay. So I'll use that word. They've got a different stature. I don't normally use that word, but I've been told to use it just to kind of separate the two different energies. They've got a different stature, where I wanted to say your mum feels more gracious. I want to say I feel very upright with your mum. I do, got to say it. Very upright, good posture, shoulders back. I just feel very elegant and more gracious with your mum, and your nan's a bit more, how do I say it? I don't know, a bit rough around the edges. Is that the right thing to say? I don't know, but that's just how I'm kind of feeling in my head to separate them. Your nan's doing a funny move. I don't know what she's doing. It's like she's dancing on the spot or something. I can't really describe it. It's like she's trying to make me laugh, or trying to make you laugh. Was the point, not necessarily me. Okay, the glamour. I don't know why I keep want to say the glamour. The glamour. So Spirit, rougher. Okay. Well, you said it, not me. I want to call her a rough diamond. Is what I'll call your nan a rough diamond. That's what I want to say. That's a term I want to use. But I keep saying glamour, glamour. I don't know why. I think that's to do with your mum, right? This glamour about her. But yeah, again, I've already said it, but your mum is very young when she passed, right? That's because I still see her as a young woman, right? That's how I see her in my head. She's very photographic, because you know what I'm seeing? It might sound a bit mad. It's like she's being photographed. Because it's like I'm dressed up to the nines. I'm going out, and it's almost like that red carpet moment where you step out the car and you've got paparazzi around you and they're taking photographs. I keep seeing all these flashes. So I don't know if she did go to some kind of event like that, or whether it's just that she was quite a very photographic woman, because I'm out and I've just got these flashes around me and I know they're photographers taking photographs. So I don't know if you can place that as being actually a memory that you have of her, or whether it's just a photogenic thing. I've just got loads of photographs being taken of me. I will say with your nan, because I've got both of them talking to her, I'm going back and forward here. But your nan is very, not to say your mum wasn't down to earth, but your nan is very, she feels to me very salt of the earth, very down to earth. I feel your mum was very careful with her words, and I feel your mum had a good vocabulary on her as well. Whereas your nan would be a bit more say it as I see it kind of thing. So that's where they were very different. And it's not because your nan was not well educated and not a nice person. It's just she was just down to earth. She said it as she saw it, and that's it. Again, your mum just feels a bit more careful with her vocabulary, what she said, how she just seems very aware of how she came across, if that makes sense to you, Spirit. That's what I want to say. Say that to me again. Where am I going? Well, okay, really random, but who likes Spirit? Who likes the Chinese takeaway? I love a Chinese take. I've not had one for ages, but your nan just said to me, mention the Chinese takeaway. I don't. The funny thing is, I don't know if it's something your nan would have eaten. So maybe it's you've recently had a Chinese takeaway or something. But I've got to mention it. It's absolutely correct. My mum wasn't reared by her mum, but her mum's sister. Okay, so that's why they're very, very different. Spot on. I can't believe you have them. Nor can I. It's all right, but trying to work out in my head what I'm seeing. Maybe they are here because your nan's making me laugh. Your mum's just not bothered. She's off doing what she's doing, right? I love Chinese, but my mum. Oh, your mum had one just before she passed. I see. Okay, that's fine. As long as you can understand it in that way, that's fine. I just knew I had to say Chinese takeaway. So as long as you understand that, my love. There's no. I want to say, I will wrap up the message here as well, Spirit, is that I've just heard in my head. There's no more arguing, and I feel that's more to do with those in spirit. So I don't know if you or if they had a tumultuous relationship, or if there was bickering there, or if there was a bit of argy-bargy, if you want to use that term, but not anymore. So it's almost like they've almost like come to some agreement, almost like they agree to disagree, if you like, because it's very clear what I heard was that there's no more arguments, there's no more fighting, which I've got to say as well. So just so you know that in spirit, they're all right. Well, okay. I just need to give you, yes, my nan used to argue. I can imagine, but no, there isn't any of that anymore, right? It's like in spirit, then they see things in a different way, right? They don't bring those things over to spirit anymore. I've got to give the month of April as well. That's just been said in my head. I don't know whether that's from your mum or from your nan, but it's just been said to me. I've got to give the month of April. I've got to mention Valentine's Day because that's February 14, but it's not just about Valentine's Day. There's something more symbolic of that. So I don't know whether this is to do with someone getting married on Valentine's Day, whether it's another event that actually happened on Valentine's Day. But I don't think my feeling is it's not just Valentine's Day they're referencing for the sake of it. There must be another connection to February 14, is how I would like to put it. Was there anything else you wanted to say to me? Okay. Oh, your mum passed in April. That'd make a lot of sense then. Okay. I know I gave the lipstick in the previous message, but I've got to give you lippy from your mum as well. So I've got bright. I don't know if it's red because the black and white photo I'm seeing again. And I don't know if the lipstick is bright red or just a darker color. But I've got to put a dark color on your lips. Got to give you that. I don't feel that there's anything more they want to say. Oh, her grandson, get out of it, has a middle name of Valentine. Well, that's where she's going with that then. I just had to reference that Valentine's Day. So that's how they got it in my mind. That's how they put it in my mind after her. Fabulous. I'll have that then. That's just how she put it in my mind. So as long as you understand that, that's all right. But I feel that's just, you understand the lipstick. And I feel that mentioning the grandson is just your mum's way of acknowledging the existence of her grandson. And also that she's there with you as well. And it's like she didn't want to, do you know what it is? It's like, if your nan was going to come through, your mum was going to make damn sure she came through as well. If you weren't going to let your nan get away with it, being the only one to come in. So I feel almost to an extent, I do feel like your nan, as much as they argued, your nan has pulled your mum in to show that they are together. There's no continued resentments or arguments in the spirit world. All right. So spirit of love, I feel that's what the message is really. Just your mum coming in to say that she's there, she's all right, she's made up your nan or whatever. So spirit, I'm very happy to leave both of their love with you. All right. And her name is Valerie. Fabulous. So spirit, again, thank you for speaking up earlier. To say you can take that message as well. So that's just an example this evening, ladies and gents, of a triple link, because it was a triple link, and it's just where people in the spirit world, just to explain it for people in case they're not aware. Oh, you're welcome. It's if there's a person, if there are people in spirit who have a lot of similarities, like there was here, that like the age, the type of passing, the names and whatever, they will see that and they'll go, right, I'm like that, so I'm going to come in on top of that person's message. Then another one will go, right, I'm like that as well, I passed that way and my name is that, I'm going to come in and ride that same wave. And then I have to do the fun part of splitting it in my head and make sure I go to the right persons. So that's kind of how it works. So thank you very much, Spirit. You are welcome. And I hope everyone is still okay. I was at advert time. Right, ladies and gents, we're not going anywhere, but I can have a little bit of an advert break. So Richard, roll them.
Spiritual Psychics TV presents a wonderful evening of mediumship and trance. Our evening is hosted by Nick Brown with guests Bill Hughes, Glenda Marie, David Hale and Minty May. Our exciting event is being held at the Littleport Village Hall, which is in Ely. The date for our magical showcase is Saturday the 9th of September. The price is only £10, which includes refreshments. For ticket information, please visit myspiritualevents.com. Nadija Bajami, a proficient strategic hypnotherapist, mind coach, grief educator, accomplished Reiki master, and gifted psychic medium, extends a warm invitation to join us on an exploration during a 4-week introductory mediumship course. As a special privilege, this extraordinary opportunity is being offered to our esteemed VIP members without any associated costs. Immerse yourself in the art of refining your innate talents and finding balance in communion with the realm of spirits. The course begins on Sunday, November 5th, at 7 p.m. via Zoom, and details will be placed in the VIP lounge. For more information on becoming a VIP, visit sptv.uk. Tonight from 8 p.m, join us for our popular show, Live with Spirit, which offers the opportunity for different readers to demonstrate their mediumship or psychic abilities.
Hello, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the little ad break there. And as you saw at the beginning of the ad break, you saw the information about the event on the 9th of September, which I mentioned at the beginning. So once again, tickets are available. So please do come along and it will be a fabulous evening. Before we continue, if we could all send out our healing thoughts to Matt and Kirsty. Kirsty's home now, resting after her op. So any healing that we can send out would be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, please do send your healing thoughts out to Matt and Kirsty. Thank you very much. Right, if you're still watching, hopefully you are. Please do continue to like and share the stream, but also share Spiritual Psychics TV in general. That will be fabulous. Cindy Woodside, much love to you back, my darling. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Nice to see you again. Right. Oh dear, where am I going? I wonder if Lisa Sears is still watching. Suzanne Anderson, we can see you. We can see you. So Oh, over 1,000 comments. Oh, fab. And Richard is seeing them all. So yes, we are seeing them, Suzanne. Lisa Sears, if you're still watching, I think you were watching on YouTube earlier. I could be wrong, but as soon as you came up, I knew I needed to come back to you, but those ladies stepped in first. Right. Lisa. Okay. I know you've got a few up there. I think I've got your granddad. So I've got a man stood here, an older man, but I've also got, I think I've got your nan as well. Now, the first thing I want to say, Lisa, is I'm hearing in the back of my head from this male. Would it make sense if I said to you, Lisa, about people down here building bridges? And I don't mean as in physically building a bridge, but as in patching things up with people. And I feel that's coming from a man who's talking about either, I don't know if now if it's people needing to build bridges or bridges are being built. So relationship wise, right? So someone's fell out with someone else that they need to build those bridges, or bridges are being built. If that makes any sense, Lisa, please do let me know. And at the same time as I'm hearing that, I'm also getting tins of food being shown to me. So I don't know if it's tinned vegetables or tinned, I don't know, spaghetti. I'm getting loads of tinned foods being shown to me. Yes, it does make sense. My granddad's sons. Okay, that makes sense as to why then it's coming from your granddad, who I felt. So it's just your granddad. I know your granddad is normally a joker, but he is being more sincere with this, right? Is my feeling here that needs to happen, or it needs to just be improved or something. So keep that in mind. So just know your granddad is seeing that. Okay, right. Now you've got the serious stuff out of the way. You're going to be a joker. Yes, I know. Now, Lisa, now I'm laughing because your granddad is now said it's got rid of the serious stuff. Now he wants to make you laugh. I've got to give you, Lisa, mush. No, they are. I'm seeing mushy peas, and this is to do with your granddad, right? But I don't think it's a funny thing he's trying to show me. I feel like he liked his mushy peas because he's showing me them. And this means something else to you, but that's my feeling where he's going with this. I got mushy peas being shown at me. Out of all the things he could show me, I get shown mushy peas. Spirit do make me look a bit mad sometimes, don't they? But hey ho. Now, Lisa, I've also got to give you the name of, it's just said name of, yeah, we used to have mushy peas with our fish and chips, right? But he likes the mushy peas. I feel like he's saying Adam, the name Adam to me, Lisa, as well. No, it's not referencing who the Adam is, but Adam also seems to be important. Now, my feeling is Adam is still alive. I don't feel his past. I'm not feeling another male with him at this particular time, but Adam seems to be important. Are you okay? Your granddad's going down the pub. He's got a pint in his hand, so he's going down the pub. He likes to have a laugh, your granddad, and your granddad must have had rosy. Because I'm seeing a man here with like rosy cheeks as well. So I've got to put colour in his face. I've got rosy cheeks on him. And I feel he's just trying to identify himself a little bit more here as well. But I know it's him because I know I've connected with him before. What are you? I've got your nan trying to talk to me as well. I've got your nan who I feel has just said to me, I've got to mention her fine bone china. So it looks to me like she's trying to show me a tea set or something. You know, the proper saucer and the little cup. But I've got bone china that your nan is talking to me about as well. I know your nan's the boss, and even in the spirit world, I feel like she's still trying to keep your granddad in line, right? Because your granddad is fun. He's got a very different personality to your nan, she's the boss, she's the one in charge, and she's the one that what she says goes, basically, and your granddad goes along with it. But anything for an easy life, I think he's trying to say to me, while he's off doing what he needs to do. I've got to give you June as well, Lisa. So the month of yes, always had rosy cheeks, fabulous. The month of June has just been said to me by your nan. She's put that in. Oh, she had the willow pattern china. Okay, I see. Fab. That's obviously really important to her. I don't know if someone in the family has still got it, but it does seem to be an important thing that she's talking about here. Okay. So what? Oh, it's your nan's birthday. Fab. That's why she said it to me then. Your granddad, because your your nan has just said to me, he could talk the hind legs off a donkey. So your granddad is very talkative, but your granddad's very popular with people because of his personality. He liked people. He was very sociable, your granddad, and he could just talk for hours. And that's what your nan is saying. He's taught the hind legs off a donkey. What? Okay. There's like done a bit the typical like old lady knitting, crocheting, or whatever. But your nan is showing me like crocheting or knitting, Lisa, as well. I don't know what she is knitting or crocheting, but I feel like she's sat in her chair doing that because she's moving her hands. I feel like she's got knitting needles in her hands or like a cross. I don't know what cross stitch or whatever. I don't know what it is, but she's doing that with her hands. But I know it's along those lines of knitting or crocheting or cross stitching, something like that. That's true. He loved a good chat. Yeah. Okay. Which side am I going? You let him get on with it. You let him get on with it. All right. Did you? All right. Your nan just let him get on with it half the time as well because he'd be off chatting to someone. So she's like, ugh. I can see her rolling her eyeballs to the back of her head. Just let him get on with it. Let him go and chat while she does what she needs to do. What you're showing me. Listen, what I'm seeing, and I don't know if she knitted these or whether these are just something that you've kept, but she's showing me a little pair of baby's socks, but they look feminine. They're a little pair of white socks, and they've got the like the extra frill around the top, and I don't know if they're knitted since she knitted them or whether there is a pair of those socks that you still have for whatever reason. As I say, they're little white baby socks, and the reason I feel they're feminine is because they've got the extra frill around the top of the sock. She's just showing me them, so I don't know what that is. Whether she actually did knit them, or whether you've got a pair for whatever reason. But I mean, it could be yours, I suppose. But I'm just being shown them in my mind as well. But you know that your nan is one of your biggest supporters because as she's sat here, she's clapping her hands at you. And so symbolically, normally for me, that is grandma supporting me or whoever it is up in the spirit world supporting us because she's your biggest cheerleader, your nan. But I feel like what your nan is saying, because she was quite forward and quite direct at times, because you wouldn't mess with your nan. Oh, she knitted them for my younger sister when she was a baby. Okay, fab. Thank you. That's the validation there then. She doesn't want you to be, how do I put it? Which way around do you want me to say it? She feels it would be a good idea if at certain points or some certain situations that you would speak up a little bit more, but not necessarily in a forceful way, because your nan, it does make me feel that she was, again, quite direct, not backwards and coming forwards. If she's got something to say, she's going to say it. And she's not necessarily saying that you need to do that because that's not your personality. You're not a confrontational person. You don't want to have difficult conversations. But she says sometimes we just need to to voice our concerns or say something that maybe needs to be said, but just not in a forceful way to people. All right. So that could just be to do with the situation that's going on around you now. But that's kind of the feeling that she gives me is what she's come forward to say, that it's okay sometimes to just say something that maybe needs to be said, but in your way, because you're not her, right? Where she would like, yeah, whatever, she'll sort it right out. She's not saying that you need to do it because that's not necessarily your personality. But Nan is absolutely there. Grandad's just gone off and is messing about doing whatever he's doing. I've got to say, he's very much in part of the crowd, having a laugh, cheering people up, having a drink, getting involved in what's going on over there. And that's it. That's him. It's all right. And your Nan's perfectly happy to let him go on and get do what he needs to do. It's almost like she's like saying he just needs to get out of his system. He hasn't changed since he passed over. And if I'm right, Lisa, that his name was Bill William. But I've heard Bill in my head, obviously, which I take for William. I'm not hearing William, it's Bill that I'm hearing. It's been said to me. But Lisa, I just knew I had to come to you because I saw your name earlier on, and straight away I had those cans of food, but I also had to say I had those other ladies drop in at the same time. So Lisa, know that your Nan is there to help you with that situation that's going on. And I know you sense her and feel her anyway, so do have a word with her. If you need that strength to go, okay, I need to say this to someone or whatever, do just say, right, Nan, I need you. Inspire me with the words I need to say. And whether you do it on the spot or whether you sit in meditation or something before the situation, just to get the inspiration from the spirit and say, now, what do I need to say? How do I get this across? And she'll help you. All right. Oh, she says you need to read more as well. I was just being shown a book and she says you need to read more. So I'm going to leave your Nan and your Granddad's love with you, Lisa. All right. Thank you very much for taking that message. And I'll leave it with you there. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm done, everybody. That is me done for the evening. So thank you very much for watching, for tuning in, and for sharing, and for liking, and for getting all your comments in as well. Because without that, we wouldn't be here, would we? So join me again in 2 weeks' time, which would be the 30th of August. Can you believe we're coming to September? It's gone a bit mad, isn't it? But yeah, thanks for joining me. Do join me again. I say this is a fortnightly show, so my next show will be the 30th of September. August. So I'm losing the plot. That means it's time to go. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for sharing, commenting, getting involved. But hopefully I'll see you all soon. Take care of yourselves, all right? And I'll speak to you soon. Oh, yes. And just before I go, at 8 o'clock this evening, as I said earlier on, we have Christine Davis and Stay Shaw for card and colour reading. So do join them at 8 p.m. this evening as well. But that is it. I'm going to be quiet now and let you get on with the rest of your evenings. Look after yourself, and I will speak to you all very soon.